The Europa League round of 16 kicks off on Thursday, and there are a lot of teams you wouldn't associate with being in the Europa League. You have the likes of Arsenal, Roma, Juventus, Manchester United, Sevilla, lots of very good clubs. So this year's competition is going to be very exciting and entertaining, and it's only just the round of 16. So let's get into my predictions. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you are new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe. Sporting Lisbon versus Arsenal. Arsenal are currently 5 points top of the league. That's probably the trophy they want the most, but it wouldn't be too bad adding their first ever European trophy. Sporting Lisbon are currently 4th on 47 points. First place Benfica are on 62 points, and they're 5 points off next season's Europa League spot. Sporting Lisbon are desperately going to at least want to be playing in the Europa League next season, so rather they have to overcome Braga or beat Arsenal. It's do or die. Sadly, I think they're going to die. I think Arsenal are going to win this game 3-1 thanks to goals from Reiss Nelson, Fabio Vieira and Martin Odegaard. Union Berlin versus Union Saints. I don't know how to say their full name, so let's just call them USG. I've honestly never heard of this team. Even from all my time watching European football, I've never heard of this Belgian side. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to be completely honest, and I am sorry to all the USG fans out of you, but I don't know who you are. I did a little bit of research on one of their defenders, used to play with Accrington Stanley, so clearly they're a prestigious club. Both teams did play against each other in the group stage, and USG did win by 1 point, but Union Berlin have been fantastic this season. They're at home, their fans are absolutely mental, so I fancy Union Berlin to win this game 2-0. I looked into the club a little bit more, and I've just found out their sporting director is Irish. Come on the lads, I'll be rooting for the mighty USG. Bayern Leverkusen versus fernabache. Bayern Leverkusen are just a very likeable club, for me at least anyway. They've always been a club I've liked in Germany, especially in recent years. They have a lot of very young talented players, especially Florian Wirtz. I'm delighted for him coming back from his ACL injury, that he's now hit form and he is playing absolutely brilliant, like he never got injured. And you know what, I reckon Florian Wirtz is going to produce a little bit of magic in this game. Bayern Leverkusen are going to win 3-1. Wirtz will be man of the match, scoring 2 goals and getting 1 assist. Roma versus Real Sociedad. Roma recently picked up a win versus Juventus at home. It was a good result, but the performance wasn't anything special. Mancini scored a beautiful goal, and I don't want to take credit away from that, but it was really a poor performance in Roma. Now, Juventus didn't play well either. Maybe it was just one of those games, but most times I've watched Roma this season, they've never been particularly amazing. To be fair, Real Sociedad's form has been poor. They started the season off brilliantly, but they've dropped off a lot, and they haven't won a game since the 13th of February. It's going to be yet another dull performance from Roma, but because they're at home, I'm going to give them the advantage, and it's going to be a 1-0 win thanks to a goal from Paulo Dybala. Shaktar Donesk versus Feyenoord. In European games of recent years, Orkun Kökçü has really stood out for me for Feyenoord. I think he's been brilliant, and the fact he's only 22 makes him even better. I'm surprised the top European club hasn't picked him up. Feyenoord made it all the way last year to the Europa Conference League final. They have good experience in European football, so I fancy them to go out and get a result in this match. I think Feyenoord are going to win this away like 2-0 thanks to a goal from Kökçü and that guy that flopped at Brighton and has a very long name that, well, I don't know how to say. Man United versus Real Betis. Oh, I'm looking forward to this part about Man United's form, and I probably would have been talking about how good they've been in the last couple of months, but on Sunday they lost 7-0 to Liverpool. Even a couple of days later, I'm still in shock, and to be honest, I think the majority of football fans will be shocked about this result for years, maybe even decades to come. Man United are at home for this game, so it'll definitely be interesting to see what the reactions are from the fans after that absolute battering on Sunday, but I still expect Man United to get back on form. United are going to win this game 2-1 thanks to goals from Garnacho and Marcus Rashford. Juventus versus Freiburg. The Juventus board clearly didn't take my advice in my last Europa League predictions, and they didn't change their badge, and now I'm left with this. Please, just for the sake of everyone, bring it back. Juventus had a frustrating result versus Roma, losing 1-0. They were chasing the game, so in the last couple of minutes, naturally, you bring on a striker. Moises Kean was brought on, and 40 seconds later, he was sent off. That is the most Everton thing I've ever heard of, and sadly enough for Juventus fans, he's only suspended for games in Serie A, so he is available for this game. Despite that terrible disadvantage for Juventus, I still think they're going to go out and win this game 2-0 thanks to a brace from Angel Di Maria, who was brilliant in the previous round. Sevilla versus Fenerbahce. This year's Europa League has the likes of Man United, Juventus, Arsenal, loads of big teams, and Sevilla will still end up winning the Europa League. That's no disrespect to Sevilla, they've been a good side over recent years. This year though, not so much. Under Julian Lopetegui's short few months at the start of the season, they were in the relegation battle. He now manages Wolves. It really says a lot. To be fair to him, he's also managed Real Madrid. What a strange career. Up top, Fenerbahce have the likes of Eder Valencia, Michy Batshuayi and Josh King. What a strange group of players. If Fenerbahce go through in this round, I hope they draw Man United just so Josh King can score against them again. And you know what? I think they are going to nab a 1-0 win thanks to a goal from Eder Valencia. It's crazy to think that Eder Valencia goal was over 100 days ago. That is absolutely amazing. Time just goes back so quickly. And if you want to waste even more of your life, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments your Europa League round of 16 predictions. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one.